out. So we'll cast a Elazer Cyan right now, and as we go into this, let's see what's going to happen in the PvZ. After this, we will cast a Elazer Euthermal, and then we're going to be casting Neeb versus Euthermal, Neeb versus Elazer, and then we'll be doing some replays, and I'll get you guys... We'll probably do a different straw poll and just see which replays you guys want to watch the most, and we'll just cast from there. Hey, trust me, I want to bring you guys the games you guys want to see. I really, really do. Just sometimes a little bit of lost communication while we're in game and we can't talk to anyone, etc., etc. It's okay, though. I mean, we still have great games. And any matches you guys really, really, really want to see, I'm 100% going to make sure we get the replays of, and that we will cast to make sure you can see everything you want. We'll generally keep most of the results kind of hidden for now as well, and we'll update you guys as the day goes on as to kind of, you know, further results that will come through. But we want to keep them hidden in case we do end up casting from replays, basically, just so that you do get that authentic experience of watching without knowing the results, without being spoiled, and without me knowing the results as well, obviously. Makes it for a bit of a better cast. First 3 minutes of the ZvP has been a little bit of a slow startup, so it is a good time to start talking about it as things do begin to heat up. Opening Opening Speed and Overlord Speed after the Fratch Gas Pool into a third hatchery. To the top left-hand side, representing Q-Lash, his new team, a new team in StarCraft 2. It is our Red Zerg player, Elazer, the WCS Valencia champion. He had a bit of a rough run in the... so far already in the... recently in WCS Challenger. Again, he just came out of his first series against Winter, I believe. But again, as I mentioned, I can't really tell you guys the results of that in case we end up casting the replays. So, just give you guys the update on that. Again, it's kind of weird. Like, it's hard to kind of tell you guys properly what's going on, sort of. It's kind of tough. Tomorrow, I'll actually bring in the laptop, and I'll actually be able to do 2 games at a time. It'll be a bit better and a bit more manageable. Bottom right-hand side, Cyan opens with the super fast Robo into Twilight. And with a Chrono Boost on the Immortal and Charge on the way, I think we're already starting to see that this is going to be an aggressive build here out of Cyan. As we're going to be seeing the... a few units just gathering up on the low ground. You'll see this Overlord getting poked away by the Stalker. War Prism is on the way up from Cyan as well. Again, expecting this to be aggression to some extent with this early Immortal and the early Charge. But he isn't actually adding on any more gateways. He's still just on, well, 2 gates here. 1 in the natural, 1 in the main. And at the third Nexus now, he will add on 2 more gateways too. And he is building that third Nexus as well. So, just setting up into this and seeing a few roaches on the way from Elazer. I mean, he scattered the early Robo being chronoed. And as those extra gates come down, he's going to come over here and see those as well. Elazer will start to realize exactly what is going on if he hasn't already. I mean, I think he has a good idea of it. With the fact that he has already started to cut drones, he has started to produce roaches against this, which is obviously the very safe way to go about things. Starts up the lair as well, didn't have to rush that out because he saw the lack of DTs or fast Twilight Cancel for Dark Shrine, so he didn't worry about that too much just yet. And just getting everything going at a nice little rate for himself here so far. A few drones popping out, going to start moving down to the natural expansion. And we're just going to be seeing the, 5 gates in total being added on. So that takes us up to 7 here. Oh, even 8 actually, so I missed one in production at some point. But 8 gates total. Again, we're expecting this aggression to be strong, be powerful, and, well, let's see what Cyan can do. Just have that third Nexus to fall back to if you would like, but, I mean, you got Immortals and 8 gates. You really would expect this to be aggressive, but maybe he backs away just knowing that there's so many roaches here already. Maybe you can recognize that this might not work out, and so he maybe just takes a step back and adds on some of the tech structures to go for this instead. Well, no, he just adds on 2 more gateways. Okay, I mean, this is kind of explanatory to the point of it's going to be aggressive. He's going to actually start warping in sentries, so maybe a bit of a kind of a later kind of free base push, rather than the push off a kind of like 2 base saturation. You'll go 3 base saturation first, and if he adds in some sentries, well, it might be a better way of fighting against a roach-based army than if he was just going to try and push in here early with so many roaches already up. So, I like it from Cyan. It feels as though his initial attack's been figured out and shut down, and so he transitions out of it and makes something else happen. He's actually going to throw down the Temple Archives as well. Okay, I'm just super intrigued by the amount of gateways then. Do you really need the 10 gateways this early if you're going to just be going into further tech? I don't really know if you do. Obviously, Cyan feels as though he just... I mean, 7 or 8 gates on 3 bases is understandable, but going all the way up to 10... it's a little bit like, and ha. I guess the Temple Archive still points towards an aggressive push. We are yet to see Twilight Council upgrades past the charge. We're yet to see a Forge for +1 in any sort of way. And so the Temple Archive is just another way, I guess, to add on some extra kind of tech-based units into this attack coming forwards, which is going to be kind of a Mortal Archon Zealot base. There's a huge warping of Zealots and a couple of Archons as well, or a couple of High Temple to become Archon, to of course make this a, again, just a bit of a higher tech push, I suppose. But man, Elazer really does just have a full read on what's happening. So much Ling Roach Ravager coming through here. He also doesn't have any upgrades. He's just finished his Roach Speed though, which will help him take certain positions. But no +1 or anything like that. Just looking to really overwhelm his opponent with units here. Already counterattacking with some Roaches. That's obviously very ballsy, because if he has to defend this attack, you'd imagine he wants as much as possible. But if he can deflect this while counterattacking and doing a lot of damage, that obviously works out very well for him as well. And all of a sudden, Cyan has to figure out how he's going to figure this out. He's going to see Lings, Roaches, and Ravagers pushing over to the right-hand side. Corrosive Battle's coming down here. Mortal's getting hit quite heavily. Zealots are moving forwards. The Cyan from Elazer is good, though, and the Zealots disappear. Now those Archons and Mortals are going to be under attack. Overcharging Zealots for now, actually holding back these Roaches on this other side, and a few Zealots do hit a mineral line of Elazer as well. He's down 10 workers. Just very scary just how many units he has on the map as we stand. If Cyan can actually keep on defending, then maybe his worker advantage could come into play here as we see Zealots warping in again. Overcharge once more. These Roaches are dead, man. And as the Mortals come in, they're not going to get much more done at all. They are going to go down super quickly here. And this is a real nice cleanup by Cyan, actually. Picks up a lot of Elazer's units, and we still have Zealots in the natural mineral line, picking away at drone after drone after drone. 44 drones to 62 probes at the moment. Elazer still ahead in that army supply as well. As we're going to be seeing Zealots, Immortals, and Archon or two. These sentries going to push back across the map. Cyan, do you really want to push into this? I actually wouldn't mind this game if you just sat back a bit more defensively with just the Warp Prism play going across the map. Because I feel as though against this massive units, that's what you kind of got to go for. Start up a Forge and just sit back and play the choke points, play the overcharges. He's not doing that though. He's attacking forwards very aggressively again. I mean, the Zealot's doing a good job tanking. That said, there is actually a very kind of a lack of Roaches to tank for the Zerg player. And so Cyan, maybe he's right to push forwards here. Immortals are picking off Roaches as they come through. The Archons are getting rid of Zerglings. The Ravager count has decreased greatly in the last few moments. Sentries are dodging Biles. Elazer can't fight this. And Cyan is going to take game number 1 of this best of 2 series. And the season leaders have summoned us into our third game here. Let's get this rolling. To the bottom right-hand side, our red Zerg player from Kulash. It's Elazer. Top left-hand side, our Teal Protoss is going to be Cyan. Yeah, guys, I said that I thought he should sit back and Warp Prism play because I really didn't think he should, fight that army. He's ahead 15 workers. He's kind of behind on army supply. I really feel like, obviously, like, I could be, obviously I was very wrong. He was completely fine to take the fight. But I wonder how different it would look if those Ravagers had some Lings or Roaches in front of them. If those Ravagers don't just die on their own, and they have the Lings and Roaches reinforcing to help out, I think the fight looks a lot closer at the very least. And then maybe it would have been better for Cyan to sit back. I mean, I try and make some predictions. Sometimes I'm wrong. You guys don't have to be douchey about it in the chat. I'm here to make suggestions, give my own point of view as well, and it's interesting. Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I say things that's just straight up stupid. Sometimes these pro players are pro players for a reason, and I'm only a caster. Can't be right all the time. I mean, you look at all the signs, and sorry, this was actually a 12 build from Elazer. I'm ranting away. I do feel as though full wall off here as well. Cyan scouts it and everything, so he's fine. I do feel as though it's one of those kind of things which is like, he has the worker lead and other bits and pieces. It's, I feel as though it should be a situation the pros doesn't have to attack him. But obviously he felt as though he could, and he could. And so there you go. He won the game from there. So yeah, 12 pool gets kind of scouted and denied. Sorry, I got a bit carried away, and I even saw the 12 pool when I introduced the players, and I just... Sometimes when you're doing these intros, you do a lot of them in a row. Sometimes you miss the little things like this, and when you're looking at the chat as well. Apologies. As we set up into this, look to see what's going to happen. Stop saying best of 2 when it says so on the screen. Yeah, but if I don't say it, people get really confused. It's a bit of a different format. You gotta say it a lot, otherwise people don't quite figure it out. People don't quite figure it out. It's a series of 2 games. So this happens every time when we say the when we say kind of like best of 2, people are like, well, it can't be a best of 2 because you can't have that, because best of 2 suggests it's the best of 2 match, which is, and yeah, okay, I get it. It's 2 games. Best of 2 just makes it simple for people to understand it's just 2 games, and our nomenclature nowadays, I get it, you want to be pedantic about it, it happens, okay. Anyways. It's 2 best of 1s, yeah, but I mean, you can just say best of 2, like, surely people can figure that out, right? Like, you know? Surely, you know? You guys can't figure out 2 best of 1s as a best of 2 sort of thing, like, best of 1, best of 1. It's best of 2. After 2 maps, we find out who's the best, or if it's a tie, like, you can look at it that way. It's really unimportant. What is important is this all-in from Elazer, flooding the Zerglings right now, getting ready to be aggressive. Evo Chamber coming up, obviously, for that drop play. We're actually going to see the Queens gathering together as well. With Overlord speed, it looks as though we're going to be seeing Overlord dropping Queens over the map here in the very near future. However, with a Dark Shrine on the way up, Cyan, with the kind of really sick hold initially against the 12 pool, like pretty much perfect, lost nothing, delayed the Nexus a bit, but that was fine. Now he's got the Dark Shrine coming through here, and that's going to be a huge help to defend this. That said, with Micro on the Overlord drops, and with the fact that it's a lot of Zerglings as well, DTs are not the only answer to this. In fact, Archons to some extent might be helping out against the Lings a bit more than the DTs, especially with a Prism to lift them back up and to keep them safe. We're going to be seeing the Stalkers here are going to be getting taken down. So first Stalker going down here. Good start for Lasers. He's going to start breaking through the natural as well. A new pylon comes up. That should be a secondary wall. Dark Shrine now being targeted down. This is just going to be seeing the gates morphing into warp gates right now. He's going to try and, he's going to get 1 pylon. But then what does he do? Go for a gateway. DT starts to warp in. Lair starts up as Elazer now realizes that it will be DTs he has to fight against as well. Again, DTs take a long time to get rid of Zerglings because they do a lot of damage. But against Zerglings, where there's just so many of them, there's a lot of overkill that takes place. And that really does add up here, and it really means the DTs do take a long time to clean up Zerglings like this, as now all of the gateways are unpowered. Meanwhile, Queens in the main base are picking away at workers so far. Elazer is starting to work his way through this as these couple of DTs coming in towards the main base, and they're going to keep on chasing down those Lings. And let's try and do what they can. The fact that these pylons are unpowered at the front for a little while does hurt as well. It's going to be seeing the Lings coming forwards. I'm just going to be seeing this pylon starting to get picked off as well. Mothership Core being targeted. I'm just going to be seeing the Mothership Core does indeed go down. So no more overcharges. We'll have to rebuild that if he wants it. Another nice wall off here. Another gateway being built. Overseer now on the way. So these DTs are not going to be much of a defense any longer. And it looks as though Elazer's done enough with this. The Lings consistently attacking are starting to really keep on making progress. And the Queens are still here as well. Elazer's still down 3 workers. He'll drop off here again with the Overseer coming in. Again, these DTs are not going to be anywhere near as much of an issue as they were previously. First DT here now is actually surrounded by Queens and stuck in with them. Cannot get away. Queen up top is going to get transfused to health again. Another Zealot warps in. That's just going to go down. Lings at the front once more. Continue to push on through. Continue to try and do some more damage. As we see probes continuing to drop here. DTs run in. Queens are taking damage once again. Nice lift up there. Saves that Queen away from the Dark Templar. And we're just going to be seeing the Queens and Lings once more going to be able to pick their way through these probes. Overseer still here, and again, as the DTs come in, they'll just get targeted down, and Cyan has no real way to deal with this anymore. A counterattack of the Prism could do something if he had any money, but he doesn't even have money. He's spending it all at home to be able to just stay alive at the moment. Lings have broken through the front. There will be 1 force field here to buy a bit more time, but now there's another gap in the wall. In fact, even this force field wasn't brilliant. Sentry goes down, more DTs being picked off across the map again. Cyan doesn't have the money to make use of this War Prism. GG. And there'll be 1 game apiece. 1-1 between the 2 players in this 2